Just where else might an anti-Semite become the royalty here?
Some city where the Jews are treated second class. Haman such a brute in his God. He wants to kill us en masse.
We know we belong to the land. From the land we belong, we are banned.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take you all back now to the bad old days on the prairie. Back to a small town in a galoot, where our good friend Mordecai and his lovely niece Esther found their lives full of tourists.
Shoeshine City, where the parties last for half a year. Or just where else might an anti-Semite become the royalty here?
Shoeshine City, where the Jews are treated second class. Haman such a brute in his God. He wants to kill us en masse.
We know we belong to the land. From the land we belong, we are banned. And so we say, and so we're saying, we ain't doing fine in Shoeshine City, Shoeshine City.
Now, old King Ahasuerus, he set up Mr. Haman. To be his head honcho. And Haman, he took it over his head and started saying that everybody had to bow down to him. But the Jews, see, they weren't too keen on that idea, especially old Mordecai.
Oh, yeah, you so yeah.
And this so wild up old Haman that he decided to do him in.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. I'm gonna wipe out the Jews today. Oh, the Yehudim are bowing like cashews. Oh, the Yehudim are bowing like cashews. They bend over low, except that dumb Mordecai. And I think cute Queen Esther's a wink in her. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. I'm gonna wipe out those Jews today. Ahasuerus has given me power. Ahasuerus has given me power. With his ring I can do whatever I please. And I'm going to bring Mordecai right down on his knees. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Gonna wipe out the Jews today.
Yup, the situation in Shoeshine got pretty bad. Haman had a hanging tree. Put up just for old Mordecai, and then he said he would slay the Jews. There was a prayer and a fasting and a wringing of hands. You could hear a people moaning in the street. everything up for drink in Shushan City.
They've gone about as low as they can go. They went and built a gallows 50 amot high, about as high as a gallows ought to go.
One of the Jews is extraordinary. He won't bow down to any kind of guy. He stands all straight and upright when Haman. When he says, get down, before he died, she said, I'd rather die.
It's gone from bad to worse in Shushan City. The king has said the Jews have got to go. They went and put on sackcloth and tore it all to shreds. And then they took some ashes and they smeared it on their heads. They're praying hard and hoping God will hear the prayers they said. They've gone about as low as they can go. Yes, sir! They've gone about as low as they can go.
Now, old Mordecai, he was in a pickle, a dill pickle at the bottom of the barrel, if you get my meaning. You're not from New York, I can tell. He knew that he was getting old Haman. He also knew his halacha, and bowing down to people just didn't go.
Well, I'm just a Jew who can't bow low. I'm in a terrible fix. I'd say okay, but now I know Goyim and Jews don't mix. Every time that Haman passes me, he gets real angry when I will not bend. But I know the Torah forbids me. I hope that Haman gets it. Gets it indeed. And what you gonna do when old Haman says Esther is purty? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the king is a nutnik? And Haman knows. What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're gonna get creamed, and if you don't bow low, you'll die. What you gonna do when he talks like that? I'm just a Jew who can't bow low. It's halacha, I'm no saint. How can I do what I came? I'm not a Jew who would faint. I can't bow low.
Then one day King Ahasuerus said that they was having a beauty contest to pick a new queen. And Mordecai said, cute little Esther, up in the harem room. She may be a hope for the future, he said. In the meantime, though, they didn't want nobody to know anything about her background.
Don't say your prayers too loud. Don't say Israel's your wish. Please don't eat gefilte today. People will say you're a Jew.
Don't come too close to me. Don't speak Ivrit to me. Don't even say a good Shabbos to me. People will say I'm a Jew.
Don't start reciting things which I've taught you from the Tanakh. Esther, stop that dominance. People will say you're a Jew.
I won't recite a bracha. I won't eat matzah. I won't treat you like mishpacha.
People will say you're a Jew.
In the meantime, down in the village, the Jews were still hoping for a brighter future. All they wanted was a land of peace and friendship.
Oh, Mordecai and Haman should be friends. Oh, Mordecai and Haman should be friends. This one, he believes in God. This one is a total
Why? But that's no
Reason why they can't be friends.
Shushan folks should stick together. Shushan folks should be Oh, Mordecai and Haman should be friends. Oh, Mordecai and Haman should be friends. This one is a dangerous clown. This one, he will not bow down. That's no reason why they can't be friends. Shushan folks should stick together. Shushan folks should all be pal. Haman dances with Queen Esther. Mordecai with the Shikser gown.
I'd like to say a word for old Haman. He's got a job that's really very trying. He rides around the town making sure we're all bowed down.
And if I get my way, they'll all be dying. Shushan folks should all be proud. Haman dance with the Queen Esther. Mordecai with the Shikser gown.
As Haman became nastier, Mordecai and Esther realized that now was the time to act. Their plan was ready. Now was the real test.
Out of our schemes and up to the throne, I'll be so brave. We have a plot to deceive the king, and all the Jews I'll save. Out of our schemes and into the shul, I long to fly. I'll fast all day and night, till stars shine in the sky. Then all of our schemes will fly, and Haman will go
Well, King Ahasuerus took the bait and accepted Esther's party invitation. He was so excited that night that he couldn't sleep. So he had a servant read to him about what a great guy Mordecai was. In the meantime, Haman was lurking about. So the king called him in and asked what he recommended for honoring someone special. Old Haman was sure that the king was talking about him.
All the peasant folk better scurry when he sends me out in his surrey. When he sends me out in his surrey with the royal robes. All my friends will be winking and blinking. There's no finer rig they'll be thinking. In his royal rig, I'll be slinking with his royal robes. Oh, Mordecai will hold the reins of the horse. As he runs out in front, he'll holla. Oh, this is what's done by king for a guy who he really wishes to honor. Come on, Kingy, just give the order. I'll ride through town from border to border. Just give the word, and I'll hook up the horses, and I'll never stop in your purty little Surrey with the royal robes.
Well, the king listened to old Haman. And said a darn good idea that was. Get yourself out of here. Take my royal horses and lead Mordecai through the town in my service. Then Esther whispered into the king's ear and told him she was a Jewess and that Haman would slay her along with her fellow Jews.
Many a Jew may be slain today, many a Jew may be martyred, many a Jew may be flogged and stoned, many a Jew drawn and quartered, many a Jew may be hung because of you. Many a Jew may not live too long, though they've done no wrong to you, King. That many a Jew may not last the day just makes me feel like puking. But many a Jew could be saved today. Many a Jew could be rescued. Many a Jew still could live. You could hang Haman instead. Many a Jew may survive. It's up to you.
Sure enough, Esther convinced King Ahasuerus, and on the very hanging tree he prepared for Mordecai, Haman was hung. Oh, Haman's dead. Evil Haman is dead. You can see his body hanging for miles around. Miles around. He had a heart of stone and was very evil prone. It's a shame he had to stick around so long. So long. Old Haman's dead. Pointed hat upon his head. He almost got his way to kill the Jews. Kill the Jews. He acted like a beast till Queen Esther had her feast, and Ahasuerus paid him off with his just dues. Just dues. And his servant got up and said, Old Haman was the most misunderstood leader of the land. People thought he was mean and nasty and egotistical. But they didn't realize he was a family man. Who was mean and nasty and egotistical. Oh, old Haman's dead. A robe holds up his head. His sons all dangle around him in the air. In the air. His wife Zeresh thought, despite all the clothes he's bought, he only has a rope to wear. there were many more enemies like Haman. So Mordecai, so Mordecai led the Jews to battle to make Shushan safe for Jews. For him, it was all or nothing.
With me, it's all or nothing. Is it all or nothing for the Jew? It can't be Haman's son. It can't be all his friends. Not one last anti-Semite will do. I'm a one Hashem man, doing what's right, saying the Shema both morning and night. Let's finish all this job or we'll be through. Let's go, guys.
So the king should find another Haman.
He'll hang up tongue and then we're through.
He better listen.
He'll end up hung and then we're through.
And after that day, there was great rejoicing. Folks was a singing and a dancing and a giving of gifts to each other and helping out the poor folk. A lot of them were getting pretty blasted, too. Yeah, things were looking up again in Shushan City.
We know we belong in the land, but from the land we belong, we've been banned. And so we say, we'll make it back one day. And now we're saying, we're doing fine in Shushan City. Shushan City is S-H-U-S-H-A-N. Shushan City.